President Trump cited former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper to dismiss the allegations of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Trump tweeted, "When James Clapper himself and virtually everyone else with knowledge of the witch hunt says there is no collusion, when does it end?" The president was referring to the former Director of National Intelligence saying on March 8th that he was not aware of evidence showing the Trump campaign's collusion with Russia. A statement which Clapper says predates James Comey revealing that an FBI investigation was underway on March 20th.
It's not surprising or or abnormal that I would not have known about the investigation, or even more importantly, the content of that investigation. So I don't know if there was collusion or not. I don't know if there is evidence of collusion or not, nor should I have in this particular context. I think in many ways our institutions are under assault, both externally, and that's the big news here, is the Russian interference in our election system. And I think as well our institutions are under assault internally.
Internally from the president?
Exactly.
This is, I think, Michael Schmidt, I'll ask you, from the reporting that you've been doing, can you back up what James Clapper just said? Because a lot of people feel that the way our government is set up, the institutions check and balance each other, and that we're going to be okay. We're going to survive Trump. My instincts tell me that they are under assault. The institutions of our government are under assault because of this president, and he could do some damage if not put under control or contained in some way.
Yeah, look, in terms of the way that it's happened, obviously this very small bet that the Russians put on, the investment of investing in these hackers doing what they did to this country has had an enormous payoff. But what I don't understand about Clapper is that Clapper says he didn't know that there was an FBI investigation. Imagine if there was a major terrorist attack and the head of national intelligence said, well, I didn't know there was an FBI investigation going on that was related to this. It seems like within the government there was some real stovepiping that was going on in the days leading up to the election about who knew what when. And I don't understand why that's not getting more attention.
Well, and there was, even going back to last summer, you actually had the CIA believing, John Heilman, that the Russians were trying to interfere with the election, and the FBI believing they did not actually tried to change the outcome of the election. So I don't understand Clapper's statements either, because this was an active debate last summer.
Right. Well, yes, and it's a fascinating question, because if you, again, just take this just the political context, we now know that that the FBI was investigating simultaneously Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump for much of last summer and into the fall. The fact that Comey came out and revealed the Clinton investigation, didn't reveal the Trump investigation, is a subject of great frustration to people in the Democratic Party, and particularly people around the Clintons. It is interesting in the context of Clapper to wonder, why didn't that leak if the FBI was investigating Trump? We believe that they were, but how, as Michael just suggested, how contained was it? How big an investigation was it through that period? Because you would have thought that if the White House had known, if Democratic, more politically inclined Democrats within the administration had known, they might have leaked that to try to counterbalance the Hillary Clinton news, but it didn't leak. We didn't know about it until well into the Trump administration. So it seems as though Comey had really walled that investigation off, maybe in keeping with his desire to maintain that scrupulous independence at the FBI. He was like, this is a really big deal. I'm not going to even let this out, even out of the silo, to the point where people like Clapper would know about it, because that seems to be what Clapper suggested. He had no idea that investigation was underway at the FBI last year.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.